Hello, everyone. Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. Welcome to this quick live because there's a lot of new trailers out, and I figured let's just do them all together. I had originally planned to only do two of them. Welcome to Derry from HBO, and then also The Bride, a new Warner Brothers film. But as I was getting ready to go live, I saw that there is a new Hulu trailer, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. I don't know if it's a series. I don't know if it's a remake of the film. So we're gonna go check them all out as spooky season, horror season approaches. We are getting deep into it. So let's take a look at these trailers. We'll talk more about all these upcoming projects. First and foremost, we are going to Derry, back to Stephen King's world. I've been on a pretty good year for Stephen King for myself with The Long Walk and Life of Chuck. I've seen a little bit of this, right? We saw a teaser earlier on in the year. So let's check out this trailer and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. Welcome to Derry. To the Mac Potato.
Hello? Oh,
A little
Hi.
kid got a hot pocket? What is that?
I'm Rich, by the way. Will.
Did they have hot pockets in the 60s?
With renting a house in town, 8 years living on base, I just think my missus is ready for a little taste of normal.
Well, if normal is what you're after, you two are going to love Derry.
You don't like it much down here, do you, Miss Handler?
You know, it's hard not to miss the things you leave behind.
Okay. Well, that was mean.
We're getting into the swing of it, though. Starting to feel like home.
That might be the problem. I like that this is a series.
We
Gives
don't
it
really
time
talk
to
about
breathe.
it.
Build the world.
No one does.
Shawshank.
They never even found a body. But maybe you could figure out what really happened to him. Could have been a drifter. Do you think somebody could kidnap a kid and keep him underground? In the sewers?
What happened out there, Handler?
We have 25 disappearances, 7 confirmed deaths, mostly children.
Something bad's coming.
Some bad's already there.
What is that?
I think Andrew Machete was the director, right? I like that Bergberg's back. I don't know how big his role will be, but gross. Feels like all of Stephen King's work is wrapped up into one show. Which, for those that watch Castle Rock, I mean, maybe this is a nice little attempt to do that again. That looks great. God, that last shot of Pennywise. Holy moly. Oh my God. All right, let's check out some of the comments. I'll talk about everything else once we get through everything, but let's see if we have a little bit more information. Premieres October 26th, just in time for Halloween. They should have premiered. I guess the 26th is probably the best place to do that. My boy Pennywise at it again. The trailer didn't spoil the plot and still left a lot of mystery element. This should be good. Pennywise aura unmatched. Absolutely love that each season's going back in time 27 years. I didn't know that. I didn't know they had multiple seasons planned. So season 1 will be shout out to Viechi on the comments here of the video. Season 1 will be 1962. I'm gonna omit some of the events that they are referencing just to avoid any spoilers. Season 2 will be in 1935. And then season 3, the last season, will end in 1908. Okay. I mean, if you're familiar with the works of Stephen King, probably you already know what some of those events are, but I don't want to ruin this for anyone, so we'll leave it there. Wow, incredible stuff. I like it. This honestly makes me wish they made the book into a TV show instead of a movie. I think if this is successful, they might just go ahead and remake the films again into a series like this. That'd be cool. Yeah, I love that it's all connected. So very, very cool. Wow, interesting stuff. All right, let's go into our next trailer from Warner Brothers. This is the teaser for The Bride. I don't know anything about this other than it looks like it's very Frankenstein coded. So let's go check that out. We'll talk a little bit more about this project as well. I think Christian Bale's involved with the project. I think Maggie Gyllenhaal is involved with the project. I'm not really sure. Oh, what's going on here?
Was I just the same
Oh,
before the accident?
oh, it's rough landing.
It wasn't any accident. Everything we did,
Oh
we
God.
did it on purpose. There's nothing left to do now but live.
Oh, Maggie Gyllenhaal is the one directing this. Okay, I didn't realize that. Oh, cool. Oh, her brother's in it, of course. This is
Come on, big man. You don't want to play?
uh-oh.
Until death do us part.
Are they in more contemporary times now? I can't tell. I like all the ink stain type of thing, aesthetic. Ooh.
What's my name? I can't remember.
Oh God. Wow. Intense. That like it doesn't feel very horror like Lays, but of course you never know with this. So this is Jesse Buckley. The name sounds familiar, but I don't know exactly who that may be, other than of course playing the titular bride here. I do want to look this up real quick. Seeing Christian Bale is great. Seeing Jake Gyllenhaal, of course, great again. Okay, Jessie Buckley, Irish actress and singer. Okay, she looks familiar. Oh, she was in Man. Okay, she was in Alex Garland's Man. That's what I knew. She looked very familiar, but it's hard to tell with the color. The hair is different, and of course the ink stain. Which I love the aesthetic. That was really cool. I think Christian Bale also looked pretty cool in this iteration. Let's see. A lonely Frankenstein travels to 1930s Chicago to ask groundbreaking scientist Dr. Euphoronus, played by Annette Bening, to create a companion for him. The two revive a murdered young woman. The bride is born. What ensues is beyond what any of them imagined. Murder, possession, a wild radical cultural movement, and outlaw lovers in a wild combustible romance. It does kind of feel like uh just like a tale of two that have to kind of run away from everything, like Bonnie and Clyde, but like through the lens of Frankenstein. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if Maggie Gyllenhaal's ever done another film like of this scope, but aesthetically I'm very inclined to check it out. I will say there's some visuals that kind of make me a little queasy, so I don't know if I want to go watch this at the theater. And there's a lot of other people I didn't even clock in the trailer, and of course, Annette Bening, as we talked about, Peter Sarsgaard, Jake Gyllenhaal, which we did see, Penelope Cruz. That is pretty cool. I don't know. This looks pretty intense, so that's another one. Let's take a look at some of the comments. See what's going on here. They're hiding the fact that it's a musical. That's hilarious because Warner Brothers tends to do that. Looks like they're turning Frankenstein's monster and his bride into Bonnie and Clyde. See, See, I clocked that as well. So definitely going for that aesthetic. I think this should be for October. It is March is a weird release. The Bride Folly a Due. That's really funny. Very intriguing, but a musical, right? Yeah. Why are they hiding the fact that it's a musical? Maybe because musicals don't do as well. The Joker. This one doesn't even have a lot of comments. Well, I'm watching on the Warner Brothers UK and Ireland feed. So there's definitely a lot less views on this. So I wonder if they even put this out on their main channel. Either way, I don't know. This looks interesting. But I don't know if I'll watch it in the theater only for the fact that I'm not a big horror person. Like Welcome to Derry, I'll watch it at home, so that's pretty cool. All right. Oh, whoop. All right. Let's go on to the last trailer for this session. We're gonna check out Hulu's The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. I don't even know if this is a film or a series or whatever. So definitely a remake of the previous iteration. Here we go. Let's check it out.
Hi, we're considering hiring Holly Murphy as a nanny, and I was curious about your experience with her.
You invite them. Oh, this feels more like a
Really became a part of our family.
immediately giving psychological thriller type of thing. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is. I thought this was gonna be more horror tinged, but maybe I had the wrong idea of what the hand. Oh God! What the?
What do you know about her? Besides what she's told
Oh,
you.
You're wearing my dress.
Yeah.
You don't see what's been happening. They go into her room. They're in there for hours.
You're struggling again.
Is there something wrong with my mom? She's sad. Doesn't like herself. Your mom's pretending to be someone else.
oh! Gotta throw the whole chicken away
Who
now.
is she?
Oh my! Little fire starter.
I know you're their friend, but this feels like my house now.
Emergency. Emergency.
You're my favorite. I'm going with her! What I want is for you to rot in hell. You think if you try hard enough, you can stop bad things from happening. But you can't.
Oh. So, all right, I had this kind of confused with a different thing for sure. I was thinking maybe it was giving Rosemary's Baby, but that's definitely not what this is. I had that confused. The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, coming October 22nd to Hulu. It still doesn't. I don't know if it's a film or a TV show, but either way, love the original one. Now this is definitely Mary Elizabeth Winstead, which like I'm in already, right? Like that's one thing that I'll check out regardless. Regardless of what's going on. Now there is a film by the same name, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, from 1992, but I haven't never seen that. But we do have the cast. Megan Monroe is the nanny. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, of course, the mom. Martin Starr, Spider-Man's professor, and then Raul Castillo, who is also, I think, is he in the show that I'm currently? Yeah, he's in the show Task that I'm currently watching. But it looks like he's gonna be more the. He won't really be there as much, I think, just based on like, kind of how these movies go. But like I said, I haven't seen the original one, so I don't know. But either way, let's go take a look at some of the comments here. Don't think you can top Rebecca De Mornay's performance in the original. We'll definitely watch though. I'm assuming she might be the well, I don't know, like who would have a more outstanding performance in this role, the mom or the nanny? Okay, Micah Monroe and Mary Elizabeth Winstead are both gonna be great. Very sad that it won't have a wide theatrical release. Okay, so it must be a film. Nothing will ever beat the original, but I'll watch anyways. I like people's take of like I've seen the original, but I'll check it out again because there's definitely maybe there's a new take on this, so that's kind of fun. Although I don't love all remakes, I think it's fun to give them a chance when they have like, especially when it's something that is relatively old enough that it maybe deserves or calls for a remake. Let me know your favorite remakes in the comments if you're watching this later. I choose to watch the remakes because I would never seen the original if it wasn't for the creators behind the remake. Nobody talks about the original stuff until a remake is publicly announced. See, that's kind of what I was talking about. Yeah, I've been a fan of Micah Monroe for a while. What else is she? Micah Monroe. That name also sounds familiar, but I'm not familiar with the work. Let's see. Oh, Long Legs. It follows. Okay. Yeah. Long Legs was insane. I think she was if I'm not mistaken, was Micah Monroe the detective? Yeah, she was the detective on Long Legs, and then the final girl, I guess, if you will, and It Follows. So interesting. So yeah, this is more of a thriller, not so much a horror, but I think all three films, all three trailers that we watch are very different, but they still would probably be under the horror thriller category, right? Welcome to Derry, of course, very straightforward horror from Stephen King. The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, definitely more of a drama, thriller, mystery. And then, of course, we saw The Bride, which apparently it's a musical, but it's also based on something that the mainstream considers a horror, right? With Frankenstein, at least the original stuff. So interesting. Well, there's some good trailers out there. I think I really caught everything that I saw throughout the day kind of re-release. So I'm kind of glad I waited. If you watched these trailers, let me know which one was your favorite. If you're watching this later on, leave some comments in the description, and leave some comments on the video. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit the bell, all that cool stuff. We have some fun stuff coming up in the channel. We got a lot of different cool comic book reviews. We have some movie reviews, and then on our live stream, on the next live stream, we're going to be diving deep into the Naked Gun from 2025. Also, maybe a little bit on the previous Naked Guns. And then, of course, are we allowed to laugh in the theater again? We'll cover all that stuff. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned, hit the bell, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff. Thank you for getting us to over 5,000 subscribers. It's really fun to do stuff like this when we know that people are definitely watching. So thanks for watching, everyone. And take it easy, and bye-bye.